All right, one thing that we do need to sort out before we kind of finish off the actual column itself as far as the length goes is the seat. Pretty important that I know where I'm sitting before I'm grabbing the steering wheel. I do have this plastic IKEA chair that I would love to use because it's actually kind of the right setup and everything that I'd like to do. But unfortunately, it just doesn't really fit the criteria, and I kind of want to make one anyway. So I'm just going to whip one out of aluminum. I'm going to put a plate on the bottom and mount it kind of on a little horseshoe idea that I have. So what we're going to do is actually just use that cardboard template again. I'm going to lay out the width of my butt ox, and basically we are just going to try and just make up a quick template. We'll transfer it onto some aluminum. We're just going to make a real simple one, nothing too crazy, and hopefully it turns out all right. Yep. That'll do, I think. Just gonna cut it out and see.
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. Take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go. Way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow. Well, he met in the springtime, the sun sinking low. Two star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow, where the loving was easy courting was brief. Well, they called her a beauty, they called him a thief. In the quiet of the evening, they'd steal away where the laughter would flow and the fiddle would play. Well, the folks called it wrong, but hell, it seemed alright in the sun-painted picture, and the day turned to night. Come up on the hillside, we'll have a time. If you'll bring the kisses, honey, I'll bring the wine. Keep your heart guarded, or too soon it'll fall. When one walks back home, honey, only one knows it all. Well, she walked up the hillside alone one day, and the heart is a hunter, always knows of its prey. And her father's
Put it on all this table space.
hanging loose by her side.
If I planish that out, I can just open that
When
up.
she ain't
I'm just gonna put it in the shower.
ever shot twice. Well, the air was so still, the sky was so blue, before she could see them.
Okay. Go back over to the shrink off.
She heard two shots ring out down in the town. There was three on the hillside, but only one headed down. I was just a baby, but I remember that day when I walked up the hillside, saw two mounds of clay. I'll always remember, and I'll never go back up the hillside where the new flowers grow. Back up the hillside where the new flowers grow.
Jacket. Just need to flatten it out a little bit. I can probably do with this die here, going down. Probably just do one more little shrinky poo. Oh, it's pretty comfy though.
Is that?
Yeah. So now I just need to make somehow mount for it. I need a strength. That I can do on the bottom. What should I do on this edge? Should I tip it and fold it over, or add a wire? All right, so we have a seat. Super simple. I did not by any means add rivets and bead rolls and dimple dies. This is literally getting covered, so I do not care what it looks like. I just wanted it relatively rigid. It's why, hence I tipped around this edge. I did end up tipping and folding this in and putting the plate in, and this is like it's very, very good, like sturdy wise, and it's extremely comfortable, like actually really comfortable, almost to the point where I don't even think I'd need anything. Like maybe just a little butt pad, maybe just something similar to this, piece of leather, Boom, job done. Away you go. Away we go. Look at that. So let's mount this thing. Hey, let's do something today. What have we done today? We need some metal or something that I can let it dry so I can do my set. So this is how I figured out how I'm gonna basically mount the seat. That is the outline of the tubing that goes across here, like that. And what I'm gonna do is actually cut a piece of steel. This is 4 mil, I believe, bit overkill. But what I'll do is I'll cut this out and then I'll just add 2 little ovals in there just to save a little bit of weight. But basically that's gonna weld on to this bit and then the whole thing can just be bolted on with 4 bolts. And that way, if anything ever happened, if the diff ever did actually come up all the way and want to come in, it would hit the plate before it would go through and hit my tailbone. So, you know, gotta add a little bit of weight, but it's to save my ass. Definitely looks like a pig's nose, but that's okay. So what I did was I just TIG welded this into place. That's a 5mm plate. I just added 2 holes. Probably should have added a 3rd one so it didn't look so weird, but honestly I don't really care because this thing is gonna cover it. It's gonna get bolted down really nice and tight. It's gonna be very secure. It's kind of a floating seat frame. I will just, you know, obviously make sure that those are gonna be nice and yeah, nice and strong, but I think it'll do the trick. It's just, yeah, kind of one of those things. I just need to get it done in this area. So I'm happy with the way it looks. No one's gonna aesthetically see it. You know, I could even just put a little pad on there and sit on it if I wanted to. But I reckon that'll be good. So let's get this bolted. All right, so seat's finished. I'm sitting in it. Could have a nap for the amount of hours we've put into this thing. Yeah, it's actually crazy comfortable, and I'm just gonna get a friend to just make a little pad for now, and then in the future we'll get the whole thing upholstered. But For the meantime, we'll just get a little pad just so, you know, got a nice comfy butt. We'll be on the way, on the races, ready to go. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, hit that notifications button, and yeah, let us know your feedback as well. It's always great to hear what you guys think, you know, positive or negative. Yeah, everything it's great to just hear what you guys think. So on next week's episode, right behind me, fuel tanks in, and just plumbing some lines and stuff right now. So it's, yeah, that's a pretty exciting one. So make sure you guys stay tuned next Sunday. We'll see you then.